And we are live. Okay, so who am I talking to today? Yeah, my name is Sinestral Volitarius, or Synn, as everybody calls me. And, Synn, how long have you been playing game? Um, this game, I've been playing it for going on 10 years now. I started around patch 2.2, I think it was, back when Realm Reborn was still the newest content. That is very long time. Yeah, it's a very long time. So, what you do in game? Um, I uh, I do pretty much everything in the game. I like the MSQ a lot. Not the dungeons, not the MSQ dungeons. Want to be very clear about that. Don't ask me to do MSQ roulette. But just the main story is a huge draw for me. I do a lot of side content. I've unlocked basically everything except for a few ultimate trials. I've cleared extreme trials. I've done some savages unsynced because I'm not quite masochist enough to want to do them synced yet. Even attempted an ultimate trial, solo Palace of the Dead and Heaven on High attempts. Just a lot of everything. Okay, yes, you do many things in game. I understand this. So, how what class do you like play? Um, I like samurai mostly. Samurai, dragoon, summoner. I'm big into DPS classes. Ones with less complicated rotations because I don't have that great of a memory. So, those three are nice. I can do everything though. I have every class leveled up to max other than blue mage now at this point. And I can play most of them competently. Not scholar. Have no idea how to play scholar. Uh, some of them better than others. I'm not the best monk. I'm not the best black mage, but the rest of them I'm pretty good at. So if you ever need somebody to fill something, just ask me, and I'm usually willing to help. Okay, so you do many things and none well. Got you. Okay, so uh, what things you do in free time? You mean like here or no? Not here. Outside, outside world with grass. Um, I do fishing. Like I like to fish. Is that what you mean? That's good enough. Yes, yes. So you like fishing? Do you fish in game? I mean, yeah, I do. I have a fisher unlocked. I do ocean fishing occasionally. I don't do the big fishing thing because that just seems really annoying. Those small time windows where maybe one 45-minute period in like a 2 month length of time has availability to have like a certain fish caught. Not my thing. I don't like that. So, but yeah, I do fish in this game. That's kind of a weird question. I ask questions here, not you. Okay, okay. So, you have wife? Yeah. Yeah, I'm married to Serenity Sin. If you saw her interview a couple of episodes back, then you would know that. We've been married for several years now. We've been together for like 10 at this point, I think. I might be wrong about that. She might yell at me for that answer. But yeah, it's been a long time. Mm, yes, yes, this is good. Okay. Uh, so you run FC, yes? Yeah, yeah, I do. Tell me. Okay. So I run the TeamNoSleep FC. I was not the person that created it, and that's Rio. That's why he's still listed as the founder in the ranks there. But basically, I've been in the FC for the whole time that I've been on this server. I knew Rio from back in my days on my other server, Lamia. He logged in one day when I was there, just hanging out in Limsa, playing music, and he invited me to come over and check out this FC he had just made. And so I made a new character, this character, and came over, checked it out, joined up, and then took that opportunity to replay the game. The first time I'd ever played through the game, I thought it was going to be like other MMOs, and I just skipped all the cutscenes. Did not have a good time, burnt out, was in a dead FC on my old server that was just me, basically. So that was my chance to try again. And so I did, and this time I did it right. I watched all the cutscenes, I paid attention, I talked to people. It was a much better experience for that. And because of that, that's why I log in every day now. And that's what made me really fall in love with the game. Getting to have that second chance and actually doing things the proper way, where I could actually enjoy it. Because the story in this game is amazing. The experience that you have when you're by yourself and skipping cutscenes is far and drastically different than when you are actually actively participating in conversation and actually paying attention to the well-crafted story that they put around the gameplay. I'm a big proponent of, paying attention to all the story beats, because I think that's a major defining factor in whether or not you like this game. The big worldly response. I zone out after like about 10 seconds, but I'm happy that you're happy, I guess. So what is running FC like? So it's pretty easy most of the time, honestly. I don't really have a lot of problems that pop up that I have to deal with. They have happened occasionally. Most of the times people don't know that there even is a problem, because I just sort of handle it. I have several officers that I talk with about things. We talk inside and outside of the game. For the most part, it's pretty chill, though. I feel like we've done a good job of making a nice community of people that are friendly. And honestly, the people that I've had to deal with and actually remove I can probably still count them on one hand after like 4 years. So it's not been many. They're definitely the exception and not the rule. And considering we have, 267 members now, I think we're up to. I mean, that's a pretty good achievement. I feel like that's a pretty high hit rate. So I think we're doing pretty good there. It's helpful having the people around that I do that are pretty chill and laid back. I don't really have to do a lot, to be honest with you. I help come up with ideas for events and stuff like this, the interviews and things. Just trying to keep it fresh, and I spend most of my time just thinking of ways to keep activity up or to keep recruitment going, to sort of fill the dead space in between patch content and between major releases, because those are always the lull periods in the game where things aren't as active. We got spoiled for a while there in Shadowbringers because we had a whole bunch of WoW refugees coming over, and things were super easy. It was really active for pretty much everybody at the time. And now that's kind of died down. They released Dragonflight, and that had a good reception. So, some of the WoW people came back. Some of the WoW people were never compatible with the game in the first place, because this is much more of a story-based game and less of a, rush to end game content and do raids type thing. So, that period for the game has kind of died down. So you have to work a little bit harder to keep things going. But I promise that as long as I'm here, I'm not going to let things die. So that's been my main goal. Just make sure that everything stays running. Okay, well, so do you have anything that you would like to say to people? Just any final thoughts or words, or just something that you think that they would like to hear, or that you would like to say? So for any of the new people that are around here, if you're still in a Realm Reborn, and if you ever hit a snag where it's this really isn't hitting for me, I don't see what the big deal is about this game. A Realm Reborn is still good if you have the right mindset about it. It has to set up a lot of groundwork for later payoffs. A Realm Reborn is basically all groundwork. You don't realize it at the time, and you can't realize it without, like, hindsight, basically. But it's doing a lot of work. And sometimes that work is entertaining, and sometimes it's just confusing, or it's slow. But I promise you that if you can get through A Realm Reborn, that you're going to have a good time. So don't give up. And honestly, like, my second time going through A Realm Reborn, and this was back before they shortened some of the quests and before they cut out a bunch of quests to make it a little bit faster. My experience with A Realm Reborn the second time through was actually really positive. I had the knowledge of a little bit of hindsight at that point because I had made it to Heaven's Ward before. And I don't know, it just made it a lot more enjoyable. So just go in with an open mind. Know that there might be times when you do feel a little lost or, you know, sort of out of it. But it will all come back around. Just open yourself up to, you know, learning new things, having a new experience. And then know that you are paving the way for your future self to have one of the best times of their lives. So I think that's what I'd end with. I think that's a good spot to stop. Okay, well, I have one more question. Why are we here? Here, oh, right. So this is my favorite spot in Lavender Beds. It's where my house is. This is the same district my house is in, same ward, I mean. This is the spot specifically that I come to relax. It has a nice backdrop. It's got the waterfall. If you look over that way, there's some really nice lighting from all the houses and stuff at nighttime, like now. I don't know, it's just really relaxing. I've always liked nature. I've always liked, you know, just being out in the outdoors, even if my allergies don't. So, no, this is not what I mean. I mean, why are we here? You mean like in like life? Yes. I don't fucking know, man.